Okay, next I want to cover writing ad copy a little bit more because I get more students asking me how to do that and how to do it well than any other question I ever come across. One of the things you should be doing to continue your education in the area of writing ad copy is constantly reading marketing e-zines, newsletters, and that are based on your niche or your topic of interest or your business, whatever you sell on your website. Print magazines, related websites, infomercials, um, you know, sales letters in magazines. It's so easy to go down to the store and find a magazine that's based on your niche market, or that it covers your type of product. It's so easy to get a magazine and look in the back and see what kind of ads people are writing. And what you want to do is look out for anything that you see repeated over and over again. What I do is I'll buy that magazine 1 month, and then I'll wait a whole year to buy another one, and then I'll compare the ads that are still in there a whole year later. And you can bet if someone's shelling out $500 or $1,000 or maybe even $5,000 for an ad month after month for a whole year or 2 years, you now know that ad works because there's no way they could afford to do it otherwise. So those are the ads to really keep your eyes out for, the ones that keep repeating and that you keep seeing, or even similar ads that keep using that same theme. You'll see that it's just like fishermen. Once one sees what bait's working for the other guy, they all start making similar ads, and then you start to just get a vibe and a feel for what's working. And the other place I like to look is, again, I said e-zines. I have subscribed to, I spent a long time filtering and combing and searching and weeding out to find the very best e-zines on marketing, because I wanted to stay up to date, and I wanted to see, mostly not even to read the content necessarily, but to read the ads, see what other people are writing in their ads, and look for common denominators, and see what keeps working for them. I've got a list of e-zines that I've subscribed to for about 5 years now that are all the very best marketing e-zines on the internet, mostly covering just internet marketing, pure internet marketing, and I really took a lot of time to find those e-zines. I spent about 2 solid months just locating these e-zines and doing research to see who's the owner of them and what their background was, and do they really know what they're talking about. And so I've got a list of very solid e-zines, and again, if you want the list, email me at info@doublepayment.com. I'll be happy to give you my list. But if you do end up finding some ads that you see repeating over and over, whether it's in an e-zine or in the back of a magazine, you never want to use it just as it is. Of course, you'd be violating copyright, and you'd be guilty of plagiarism and all that. So it's very important for you to alter it enough that you aren't violating any copyright law. And I can't tell you how much altering you have to do. That's up to you, but I mean, just be very aware that you cannot just copy other people's ads. And it's also a good idea to even study news articles, and this is going to sound crazy, but actually take a look at the news articles in the National Enquirer. And I know you're going to tell me you don't read that, but I think we all pick it up now and then when the supermarket line's going slow, or maybe you don't. But if you don't, take a look. Those articles in there are written by some of the highest paid writers in the world. And it was a surprise to me to find out that those are some of the highest paid writers in the world in there, which is known as a trash magazine. But they are, and I've verified that they are the highest paid writers on the earth. Even though those articles are, by many they're considered to be kind of trash, and they're frowned upon. Those articles, they're really selling you on stuff. They're trying to be over the top, and they're trying to really wow you. And so they're doing really the same thing as what we try to do in our ads as marketers. We're trying to accomplish the same goal as those guys in the Enquirer, only again, they're getting paid huge salaries to do it. They're the very best. The National Enquirer has seeked out and found the very, very most persuasive, most compelling writers in the world. And it's hard to believe, but take a look and you'll see, and you can start to model the way they write to get people shocked. That's what those guys do. You know that you've heard the term, they try to shock you, and and that's what you want to do. You want to shock people and make them curious as heck. So even though it seems kind of odd to pick up the National Enquirer to get better at writing ad copy, it will help you if you understand why they say that, especially in their headlines. And I mean, just headlines alone, it's a great place to just look around in the National Enquirer to see their style and how do they get people to pick that thing up so often. It's the writing that does it. I mean, we hate to admit it, but they know how to make us curious. So pick it up now and then and take a look at that now and then if you want to improve your writing skills.